This is how we live.
You didn't get the privilege you got to be able to stay on top like you are. If once you start getting the same treatment that we are getting, why don't you be the same? That's the name of their game, keep you separated too. As long as you think you're doing better than another class, you always got somebody to be better than. And you ain't better than them. The only thing is, you able to make more money by the way the government or the way the country got to set it up. If you sit up there and make your house live in a more grander house, you going to do. If you got to live in one shack and you got 6 kids and they're living in one room, you're going to look worse than that. But if you got 3 kids and you making money coming home every day, you're going to look down on them and don't go over there by them. As long as you keep us separated away from each other, from seeing the truth in each other, how much likeness, how much love, how much caring, how much education, how much idea that you want to do something better, you're going to keep them apart. If you sit up there and take away all the black inventors that had helped this country become great, just think of where this country would be now. Because they got so many inventions that we have made to help this country evolve into what it is that they made money off of. And lied and took it from us, stole it from us. That one thing right out there, that doggone light, the stop sign. If one black man making that, you wouldn't have it. And look at how much money has been made by so many people behind that. Plasma. You see what I'm saying? Cotton gin that you help to make your clothes for. But they don't want to give us that. But you sit up there and just think about the reparations you're supposed to give just for those things. Because you don't know, and you think you the less there is. But the more you know of who you are and your people, not just you as an individual, but you as a people, you sit up there and show more pride in yourself. As long as they keep a person on pride and don't have no look into the back. When I was looking at Emmitt Smith, running back for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh man, he did this, he's this, that, and he just want to see where his family come from. But the trip that took him all the way back to Africa showed him that even in Africa, the Africans, because they were so poor, were selling them their babies into slavery because they couldn't feed them. And a lot of the slave trips that came around, wasn't just always snatching up Kunta Kinte. They're going to the doggone orphanage. You feel me?
We do that right there a lot of times.
And I didn't even know that. But I sat up there and was looking at the story about Emmitt Smith. He made that trip back to find out where his right wing. He just wanted to find out. You see what I mean? He saw the white people in his land where the white dude raped one of his great grandmothers, someone in his land, and then the ship that brought them over. It was 2 of the babies that was kept together. And he was able to go up there and find it and come back to the exact spot where that might have came from. And the orphanage sitting up there where poor Africans and had children sold their babies. And it's just like it did over in China. But to sit up there and be able to go back that far and sit up there and see, nah, ain't sure they ain't to sit up there and be proud that know that your family sold off your family. But now you have a pride, a sense of being, you know where you from. How many people in this America consider black people can say that? You know what I mean? Just being able to say where. You know what I mean? Gives you a sense of pride, a sense of being. When you take a man and knock away everything about him, you done took away a lot of his dignity. Brother sitting up there from back in that time, you gotta remember Muhammad Ali became the world champion back during that time. You see what I mean? Well, that man sit up here and say, man, you think I didn't fight? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee? Ask Jerry Quarry. There's some of the other white man. That dude over in England when he beating that boy so bad and his wife was in on, please don't kill him, please don't kill him. Like I said, Jack Johnson, when he was beating up all on white men during the 1900s, early 1900s, and not married, but hooking up with a white woman. They keeping him out of the doggone stadium, sitting up there trying to put him in jail because he was that white woman. You can even go back to the 1700s when it was sitting up there trying to keep mixed couples from being together by putting them in jail.
Yeah, I remember that.
You gotta remember this.
Well, I don't remember. No,
You know what
I read on
You know what I'm saying? And if we, with the internet and everything like this, and you want some pride about who you are, sure. See, you can't go back no further than your grandmother. Now, this younger generation may can go back to their great grandmother, maybe. You know what I mean? Because I look at my big mama, my grandmother. I knew of her mama. You see what I mean? I may not have seen her, but I went back that far. But now they can go because this 2, 3, 4 generations later, they got grandmother, great grandmother, great great grandmother. They can go back. You got something to be proud of. Oh, my mama wasn't no lady, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now you got this DNA stuff, testing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you can find your people that way.
I'll sit up here and look at that a little bit. I got my niece. Now we got Seminole in us from my mama's side, from Florida. No, but she said that DNA didn't show her that she had any Seminole in her. My daddy is Cheyenne, and they just didn't even show her none of that. And I'm sitting up there. Sometimes you got to question what somebody put together to make some money. They'll tell you anything.
Yeah,
to put a smile on your face. You got to question that shit.
Ain't nothing 100% proof with that DNA shit.
Yeah, but see, if parts that you know of. Your mama knows something a little bit more than you knew, and her mama knows something more than she knew, and so on and so on. So if they passed it on down to each other, you know, my grandkids, my great grandkids know that their great grandmama was Seminole, had Seminole blood in her, and had Cheyenne from on my father's side. You see what I mean? They can go up there and go back from there. All you have to do is just go to the surrounding areas. You see what I mean? You can look a little bit further and find out, but if you don't know nothing, you don't know nothing. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? But it gave me pride to sit up there and look at my pop. He was a prize fighter. This white dude walked in the bar with my mom, beautiful black woman, but she was about your complexion. Walked in there, and he decided he gonna sit up there and say something to my mother. Mm-hmm. My pop, being a boxer, gave that big bam together. That dude fell out on the ground. They thought he was dead. They told Richard, man, you better take your butt down and go back down to North Carolina because you done killed him. That's how long he was out on the floor. But he was fighting then. That wasn't even in the 60s. That was in the 50s. So don't be up and trying sitting up here and thinking that us brothers and sisters didn't fight skirmishes like that. Birmingham. Now that's down south, up north, all over. We're fighters.
Yeah, that's why it's good to have you talk about stuff like this too, because some of that stuff you witnessed that back in them days. So
I got highly upset when I kept hearing it. This ain't the 60s. This ain't the 60s. Motherfucker, you don't think we was fighting? That ain't no march.
This is how we live. This is how we live. But you ain't sometimes we assume. This is how we live. This is how we live. But you ain't thinking about it. This is how we live.